Hello guys, today we are going to learn how to create a Matlab function file. Okay, so before going to learn how to create a function file, we will first know what is a function. Okay, why there is a need to create a function file. Suppose you want to do a sum of two numbers a and b, that is a plus b, and you want to store it in C. Okay, C is equal to a plus b, and you want to return that output C. Okay, so suppose you want to do that for number of times. Let's say you want to do 2 plus 3 and 5, right? Again you want to do 4 plus 6 10. Instead of just typing the same operations again and again, you can create a function file. So in function file you have to give two inputs. In this case you are creating a function file which does the sum of two numbers, right? So a and b. So the function file will take a and b as an input, and it will return you C, which is the sum of a and b, as the output. Okay, so you have to know what is input and output. Input means what the function is taking in, and output means what is the function is giving out, right? Also you can say input as input arguments. In Matlab terms you say arguments. Okay, arguments in. So if somebody tells you the function file takes two arguments, okay, that means it is taking in input 2. Okay, if the number of arguments out is 2, that means the function is giving you out 2 values. Okay, so I will demonstrate that with an example. So first, to create a function file you have to go to the file section, then click the plus icon, then you have to create new script. Okay, see the script we already talked before. In that scripting you just have to name it randomly. You can give it any name to the script, but while creating a function file you should keep in mind that the function name should be equal to this file name. Okay, suppose you want to create sum, right? So you have to name the file as sum. Okay, also one thing, you cannot just write sum as a function file name. Why? Because sum is already reserved in the Matlab functions. Sum is already of inbuilt function in the Matlab to create sum of vectors. Okay, so don't use directly sum. You should rename it as sum a b, or you can rename it as something like plus, but plus is also reserved for inbuilt function. So don't try to rename the function files as the name which is already in the inbuilt function. So please check the available inbuilt function files names which is already in the Matlab. So make sure these names don't conflict with each other. Okay, so what I will do is, instead of writing just sum, so I will write sum underscore. Okay, in this way there is no conflict between already inbuilt function files and your function file. Your means user defined function file. Okay, so sum underscore is the function file you are creating. Okay, It is not predefined in the Matlab. So sum underscore. So this will be the function file name. So function file name should be the same as the strip file name. So great. Okay. So here you can see the file name is sum underscore dot m. So the function file should also, the name should also be sum underscore. How you write a function file? What is the syntax in the Matlab? So here to write, you have to say function, right? This is a function. Okay, then you have to use square brackets. Okay, then use equal symbol. Just give a space for better readability. Okay, then here comes the function file name, sum underscore. Okay, now you have to give this parenthesis. This is called parenthesis, while this is called square brackets. Okay, so in the parenthesis here the things will, okay, just wait. Okay, here what you are giving input, right? For example, you want to calculate the sum of two values. Just give a variable comma b. Okay, so one thing is, you don't give numbers here, you just have to put the variables. Okay, so make sure you give the variables here while defining the function file. And what is the output? The function will return the output as C. Okay, so the sum of A and B will be stored in C and it will be given as output. Okay, so C. So C will be the answer. And just press return and write AND. So this is the syntax for creating a function file. You have to write function explicitly, then at the end you have to write E and the N. As you notice, if you write these things, it will be turned blue. Function is turned blue in color, or you can say violet, and this also turned into violet. So these are the syntax for creating a function file. And this, in this square bracket, you have to type the output variable, and here in the parenthesis you have to give the input variables, and this sum underscore is your function file name, function name. This is function name, and here at the above it is sum underscore dot m, that is your function file. I told you, just you have to make sure that the function name sum underscore should be same as the file name sum underscore dot m. Okay, dot m you don't have to put, it is automatically given. You have to just write sum underscore as the file name. Okay, so as we move along you will get it. So in this blank area you have to do the calculation. So C will be equal to, C will be assigned the sum of A and B. Okay, so this sum function file, sum underscore function file will take A and B as input, and it will calculate the sum of A and B, that is A plus B, it will be assigned to C, okay, and this C will be returned by the function. Okay, so as I told you, you have to put underscore so that to suppress the C value showing in the command window. Okay, so this I have already created a function file now, so save it, so it's automatically saved. Now if you click the play button, it is saying that not enough input arguments, error in sum, because while running this function file you did not give the values of a and b. So that means you cannot run the function file, the function in the function file itself. So it is useless to click the play button here. Okay, to run a function you have to call that function in the command window. Okay, we'll see. So go to the command window, first clear this screen. Okay, here you have to call the function. So what was your function name? Sum underscore, right? And you have parentheses, right? Within parentheses you had a comma b. Okay, now let's run it again. What happens? So press enter. Again it will show a error, unrecognized function or variable a. Okay, because the a and b are not defined. Okay, so first define a. So a will, let's say a is 1. Okay, the semicolon, b is equal to 2. Press enter. Now you just call the sum function. So press the up arrow here to access the previous values. Now if you are calling the function sum underscore a b. Okay, now a b are already defined. Now press enter. See, it is giving 3, right? So this is how you call a function. There are also different ways to call a function. Let's see. So instead of defining the a and b, you can directly put here 6, 7, right? So 6 plus 7 is 13. So if you call this function, it will return you 13, right? Okay, this was very simple function file demonstration. Let's create another function file.